can make money. So I drive everybody, come on, let's take his. And we all fail for that. Okay, let's start. My condition was, I do my business, you run this, whose idea was it? My wife will join, would-be wife will join you. At later stage, she cannot run the company. And the money bag was always, I'm not going to be part of the business. I have my own family businesses. So
that is how it all started.
That's how it came.
So that also explains the connection between your Pune hostel days and the partners, roommates there, and how you started. So can you give some examples? Can you share some stories of your early challenges in your business, building business?
The first business which I was so proud of, that consultancy, and it fell out for me. Generation gap. The partner was 25 years older than I was. Whenever I wanted to take 2 steps, he wanted to take 1 step behind. It became suffocating. I had to accept another job. And the idea man, he ran for 6 months. He has a family problem. He says he cannot take up this foundational role, which is always difficult. You need to work extra hours, you don't get money in time, and whatever. So he had to go out. So my fallout from that partnership led to another job for a very short period. During that time, I took up the challenge. I said, come on guy, you're out, I will take it. So I started in shifts. I jump in, and then realized this is something I didn't know. So that there's I don't know whether we friends here are aware of a term called gestation period of a business. In Gujarati, they say it's 1,000 days. I'm not a Gujarati. It was 3 years of that. Terrible. Money not coming in, money going in. And the money partner was good enough whenever it was required, but of course at the cost we would pay him back. That was the great challenge. The first 3 years, brand recognition not there. This product needs a brand support. Like you would not buy a connectwell terminal block if a popular brand is available. Why would you buy it? As simple as that. If I have to recount my first sales call, a big disaster. I mean, like typical, I take up phone call and fix an appointment with a gentleman. The operations of my company were in Chembur, North Bombay suburb. Taking an appointment in South Bombay, going by train in the afternoon, I'm going to that office. I'm going inside, Mr. So-and-so, I'm so-and-so. Yes, connectwell. Oh, you're not Elmex, the top brand. I said, no. I said, but you said, I said, no, I said clip-on terminal blocks. This is the product name. You are not this, no, you can go.
Call over, sales call over.
Sales call over. Down 2 steps on the road. I don't know whether I should laugh it out or cry it out. First thing I do is take up the phone and call this idea guy. 6 months you never told me this, that it needs a brand support. That was one of the worst. But if I have to take this little differently, so this guy's name I still remember today. If you allow me to take a little deviation. That was in 1978. Around 2000 something, in one of the exhibitions at Dubai, I come across a gentleman, a friend, we talk about Somehow it goes back, like he tells me that his uncle owns a company, ABC. I said, ABC? Is there Mr. So-and-so? He said, yes, he was the general manager. And he is retired. I said, I want to meet him. I want to go and thank him that because of him I am today here. Same guy who threw me out. This was a first
story of a first sales call.
First sales call.
So, apart from this, any low points?
Yes. A, it needed processing of certain thermoset materials. In metallurgy, nobody taught me plastics, how to process. So, a challenge. You have to depend upon your initial workers. Somehow do it. The first batch of products was not too encouraging. Some mistakes, you find out the product failure. So I contact the manufacturer of the plastic. The company was too good. They gave the quality head. He came to my company. Said, I want to see your process. I showed him the process. And he very nicely tells me, congratulations Vijay, you are converting gold into dust. So, ABC of the process, you need temperature controllers, you need proper instructions, guidelines of the materials. This was again a very important step that came. So during this time, I also realized certain molds, as we call them, for manufacturing these products, were not of that standard and quality. They needed some corrections. How to get those corrections? So like a blind man going behind an elephant, I find one tool maker and the problem is narrated. He accepts the challenge. I would go to this small tool maker in South Bombay, a place called Girgaon. There are many tool makers there in those days. When he takes up the job, I would go and sit on a stool. Stool is a chair without back. And look at the things. Believe me, I can term him as my guru on tool making. Yes, you get basic engineering knowledge, but then you don't get. I mean, like in college, there was a workshop. You were required to do workshop. We were interested in doing only finished job, nothing. You don't go into details. You don't go into depth. Everything was there, but we never did that. And that we had to learn subsequently.
So what I understand is what made you stick around during these difficult times was your own persistence, your commitment to your company. What other support system was available? I'm sure those days we did not have TiE, venture capitalist, and so many other things. What really helped you around you? Can you recall those days?
Yes, there are too many things.
What kept you going?
Number one, what kept me going was the previous flop behind me. So, if I don't come up with something, I would be a Mr. Flop. Was that number one. Number two, when we took this decision, like I going into this challenge, my wife's, she continued with a job in an engineering college teaching. So my support system was very much there.
She took care of the home.
She took care of, I was never asked to give a single rupee at home. That was number one. Number two, sometimes I wonder today, no sales experience of the product.